reignited the case, leading to a deep dive into the suspect's past and ultimately his arrest. True crime documentaries like The Alphabet Killer and Cold Case Files meticulously chronicled this journey, showing how one tiny piece of evidence can shatter years of silence and bring justice to light. Imagine if a single pair of misplaced shoes held the key to unraveling one of America's most chilling mysteries, the Atlanta child murders. This real event, which has inspired numerous true crime documentaries, remains shrouded in enigma and terror. In the early 1980s, Atlanta was gripped by fear as more than 20 African American children and young adults were abducted and murdered. Despite extensive investigations, the case seemed destined to remain unsolved. Then, during a routine search in the suspect's home, detectives stumbled upon a pair of shoes that didn't belong there. The shoes were traced back to one of the victims, providing crucial evidence that linked the suspect to the crime scenes. This breakthrough moment reignited the investigation, ultimately leading to the arrest and conviction of Wayne Williams. While some still question the full extent of his guilt, the misplaced shoes turned out to be a pivotal piece of evidence, forever altering the course of the case and bringing a semblance of closure to the grieving families. Imagine the shockwaves that rippled through high society when a revered philanthropist, known for their charitable contributions and public image, was unmasked as the sinister architect behind a sprawling global human trafficking network. This revelation is eerily echoed in the true crime documentary series The Family I Had, which delves into the harrowing complexities of a seemingly perfect family shattered by a brutal crime. The series begins with the chilling murder of a young girl by her own brother and gradually uncovers a web of dark secrets, manipulation, and betrayal that leaves viewers questioning the very nature of evil. Each episode peels back another layer of deceit, building tension and horror as the true extent of the family's hidden darkness comes to light. This real-life account forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth that evil can lurk behind even the most benevolent facades.
Have you ever
Have you ever heard of the chilling case of the silent twins? In the quiet town of Haverfordwest, Wales, June and Jennifer Gibbons, identical twins, created a world of their own, speaking only to each other in a secret language. Their eerie bond included a pact that one must die for the other to live a normal life. After years of arson and petty crimes, they were placed in Broadmoor, a high-security psychiatric hospital. Then, in a shocking turn of events, Jennifer mysteriously died of acute myocarditis, leaving June to navigate the world alone. This haunting tale of codependency, crime, and tragedy is a lesser-known chapter in true crime history that leaves one questioning the limits of human connection in the dark corners of the human psyche. What if I told you that the quiet town of Skidmore, Missouri, holds a dark secret that even the most avid true crime fans might not know? In the summer of 1981, Ken Rex McElroy, a notorious bully with a rap sheet spanning decades, met his end in broad daylight, in front of nearly 60 witnesses. Yet, in an astonishing twist, not a single person claimed to see the shooter, and no one was ever charged with his murder. This chilling tale of communal silence and vigilante justice is the focus of lesser-known documentaries, overshadowed by more famous cases but equally riveting. It leaves you pondering the thin line between justice and revenge, and the eerie power of a community united by fear and secrecy. Have you ever heard of the chilling case of the Cincinnati Strangler, a brutal saga that often escapes the limelight in the world of true crime documentaries? In the mid-1960s, Cincinnati was gripped by terror as the bodies of 7 women were discovered, all strangled to death in their own homes. The city was paralyzed with fear, and the police were under immense pressure to catch the elusive killer. The case took a turn when a man named Posteel Lasky Jr., a cab driver with a disturbing background, was arrested. Despite circumstantial evidence, many believe he was wrongfully convicted, sparking debates that continue to this day. The Cincinnati Strangler case remains an enigmatic chapter in true crime history, a haunting tale of fear, justice, and possibly, a grave miscarriage of justice. Have you ever heard of the chilling case of the boy in the box? In 1957, the lifeless body of a young boy was discovered in a cardboard box in Philadelphia, sparking one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in American history. Despite numerous theories and extensive investigations, the boy's identity and the circumstances surrounding his death remain elusive. This eerie tale, often overshadowed by more infamous crimes, delves deep into the shadows of human nature and the relentless quest for justice. True crime documentaries like The Mystery of the Boy in the Box unravel the layers of this enigmatic case, captivating audiences with every twist and turn, and reminding us that some of the darkest stories still linger just out of reach. Have you ever heard of the mysterious case of the Watcher House? In 2014, a seemingly idyllic home in Westfield, New Jersey, became the center of a chilling real-life horror story. The Broaddus family, having just purchased their dream house, started receiving eerie, anonymous letters signed by the Watcher, who claimed to be the latest in a line of Watchers tasked with overseeing the property. These letters detailed intimate knowledge of the family and their children, escalating in menace and causing the Broaddus family to flee in fear. Despite extensive investigations, the true identity of the Watcher remains unknown to this day, leaving behind a trail of paranoia and unanswered questions, and turning a suburban dream into an enduring nightmare. This haunting tale, while overshadowed by more sensational true crime stories, continues to captivate and disturb, a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying mysteries are those that lurk closest to home. Have you ever heard of the chilling case of the silent twins? June and Jennifer Gibbons, identical twins from Wales, communicated in a language only they understood and lived in near complete isolation from the world. Their eerie bond and synchronized behaviors puzzled psychologists for years. As they grew, their silence turned into a series of petty crimes, landing them in the infamous Broadmoor Hospital. It was there that the twins made a pact: one must die for the other to live freely. Astonishingly, shortly after their release, Jennifer inexplicably passed away, leaving June to navigate a world she had never known alone. The Silent Twins story is a haunting exploration of identity, mental illness, and the unfathomable depths of sibling connection, all captured in the gripping documentary The Silent Twins.
What happens when the unthinkable becomes part of everyday life? In a quiet town, the disappearance of a local teacher sparked an investigation that unearthed secrets hidden for years. As detectives dove into the lives of those closest to her, strange connections began to surface, revealing a web of betrayal and envy. This case, seldom discussed in mainstream media, illustrates how sometimes justice lies buried beneath the surface of normalcy. Audiences are drawn in, questioning how well they really know their neighbors. The quest for truth uncovers not only a chilling crime, but also the human motivations that can lead to unimaginable decisions. In the gripping world of true crime documentaries, the case of the Golden State Killer stands out as a haunting exploration of fear and injustice. For decades, this serial criminal evaded capture, instilling terror in California communities. The documentary captures the relentless pursuit of justice by both law enforcement and amateur sleuths, revealing how modern technology was pivotal in finally solving the case. Using DNA evidence, investigators identified Joseph D'Angelo, a former police officer, as the killer, shocking viewers with the irony of the man behind the badge. His arrest not only brought closure to countless victims, but also sparked national conversations about cold cases and the effectiveness of modern forensic science. The BTT killer, known for his chilling modus operandi, taunted law enforcement for decades. In gripping true crime documentaries, Dennis Rader's story unveils a seemingly ordinary man's dark inner world. His double life as church president and serial murderer shocked Wichita, Kansas, creating a legacy of fear and mistrust. Rader's capture decades later was facilitated by a fateful floppy disk, a small mistake that resulted in his downfall. These documentaries highlight the profound psychological and societal impact of his heinous acts, delving into the intricacies of his manipulative mind and the exhaustive pursuit for justice. The chilling reminders of how easily evil can lurk alongside normalcy serve to captivate viewers worldwide,